Welcome back to Empowered. I'm Elizabeth Namofsky. Today we're discussing artificial intelligence, reimagine, an invitation to the new renaissance. And I'm joined by Barbara Gray, a chartered financial analyst and founder and equity analyst at Brady Capital Research Inc, and the author of the REIMAGINE book. So let's continue. Last segment. I can't believe this has gone by so quickly. What does AI mean for the future of our children?
That's a good question, and that actually was one of the motivating factors for me to write Reimagine. My boys, Adam just started grade 7, and Brady just started grade 9, and I saw earlier for them what the future of AI would mean than I did for myself. Intellectually, I saw it for myself, but emotionally, I saw it for them, and I realized right away, I'm like, they are not gonna be able I thought they could both be analysts, I thought they could take over Brady Capital Research. They're both really smart. They're really good at writing. They're really good at doing math. They both love economics because they've been watching CNBC since they were little. Um, but I saw that wasn't gonna be their future, and I found it frustrating because I asked their teachers every year, first in 2023 and then in 2024, "Are you teaching AI in the classroom? What is AI?" Is basically the response I got. I went to Brady's, career session in the spring, and, it was his grade 8 career session, and they were bragging about, how 90% of the kids go on to university and everything. It was a 2-hour session for the parents, not one mention of AI. And I was just like, "Oh my gosh." So, one of the reasons why I wanted to write Reimagine is just to raise the awareness. I think now it's gonna be incorporated into schools
Yeah.
because everybody's using it, and workforces, the narrative's changed. Like, just recently, not very long ago, it was, "You shouldn't be using AI because 'cause it'll be cheating." Now companies are going AI first. It's like, "If you do not use AI, you will not be working here." So the narrative is flipped, and I think it totally has to flip for our kids too.
Well, I think anybody and everybody needs to use a little bit of AI and understand how it works and just understand the whole process of it rather than just walking away thinking I don't understand this and it's not part of my life. But I want to talk to you about your concept of the Reimagine Academy.
So the Reimagine Academy is this concept I have. So Brady's gonna be graduating in 2029 from high school, Adam in 2031. I don't know if I want them to go to university, but the thing is they're really smart. So this concept I have is that by the time they graduate, we'll have reached AGI, and you will have these AI agent professors that will be able to teach these kids at such an accelerated rate. I think they could cover in 1 year, I think you could basically get like a basic arts degree and a combined science degree if you strip everything down to the fundamentals. I think my boys could do that. And then the idea is then in the second year, then they actually start their own business based on their founder's DNA. What were they passionate about as a child? And then what are their actual skills? Bring that together and what is the perfect physical based business for them to launch. So it's almost like going into, a Shark's Tank or Dragon's Den world. You launch a real business. So instead of when you graduate, you're not applying for a job, you're not trying to get an internship, you're actually launching a real business. And that's what I want to see come into the world. It doesn't exist yet, but one of the reasons I wrote the book, and I've actually got to sort of have a call to action in the book to say, "Hey, if this is something that you're interested in, then let's build it together."
You know what? I like that concept because, in Canada, we're extremely entrepreneurial. We're full of immigrants. I'm an immigrant child. We come with all these ideas and concepts, and a lot of times they're just pushed to the wayside. And right now, we need to get that entrepreneurial spirit up and running. So I love this. 30 seconds left, last few minutes. Any words of wisdom for other people?
The wisdom is do not be in denial about AI. It is not going away. Use it right now. It can empower you so much. Like if you have a doctor's appointment, use it to prep for the doctor's appointment. Use it to like eat healthier. Use it to make your job easier. But the other thing is start planning your plan B. If you're a white collar worker, you need to start acting now because if you're in denial, the axe is going to come down on you and you're not going to have a choice.
Thank you
If
so
you
much, Barbara.
That was awesome.